Do you think that you can paint these simple watercolors in a couple of minutes, in a few minutes, maybe under 10 minutes? It is possible and it is very simple because most of the things are done by watercolor itself. We are playing with water and colors, and most of the things are done by itself. We just need to guide very in a very simplistic way. Hi friends, I am Vanidas Mangathil, and let us learn watercolors together. Right. Now let us talk about the materials that we are using. I am using a 300 GSM cold pressed 100% cotton watercolor paper. To be precise, it is not 300 GSM, it is 270 GSM, but this standard is 300 GSM. Right. So I am wetting the paper. I am using a lot of water to wet, but there are some left out paper whites. I haven't thoroughly made it wet. I have left some paper whites randomly, and let us now create some clouds by mixing cerulean blue, violet, and a touch of burnt umber. Okay. Now this is a kind of a purplish gray sort of a thing, warm color because of the burnt umber. There is a little bit of a warm color in it, and you can see the spread is happening. See, the paper is kept at an angle of around 30 degrees. Okay, it's the size of the paper is around A4. Okay, and I am using a medium size mop brush for these cloud suggestions. Okay, right. Now see, within few seconds we are done with the clouds. We don't need too much details. See, watercolor looks best when we let watercolors behave the way it behaves by creating the context. That mostly it is wet on wet. You apply some colors in the right consistency on a right wet paper. The magic happens by itself. Okay, so all you need to understand is what is the right amount of consistency of the paint, what is the right amount of wetness of the paper, and what is the amount of spread that is happening. All this you will understand. Okay, now we have also suggested some sort of a muddy water body at the bottom half. Not bottom half, to be frank, it is bottom one third of the paper. And now we are done with our most of our context. Okay, now what I am thinking to do is to create some kind of a greenery somewhere around the horizon line. Okay, so for that, let us clean the palette and let us create some warm green color. So I am taking some raw sienna color, raw sienna. Okay, I am taking some thick raw sienna color and adding some olive green to that. Okay, so it is. Let me make it little more warmer, and it is kind of a dry paint on the brush, and you can see that the paper is still damp. It is not dry, so it is spreading. And these are some sort of random kind of brushworks, and now I am thinking of making use of the spread to simply suggest some sort of reflection, and where the reflection and the bushes meet, I am making that area darker with thick pigment. Okay, so now let us make some suggestion so that we make some sort of a mirror reflection sort of thing on the bottom part. Okay, so that it will be more convincing as reflection. Okay, now we are getting some reflection of the bush at the center, maybe some reflection here, and maybe I don't know why I used that orange. You don't have to use that orange touch. Okay, a little bit of warm green, that's it. Okay, so now I think by now itself it is somewhat reading as a good reflection. Okay, I don't need too much. See, we don't have to actually complicate it. I would have left it at this place itself. It is reasonably reading as a complete scene now. Okay, I don't want to actually spend too much time, but let us try. Since we have reached at this stage, let us take this context and try to build something more. Okay, if you want, you can stop at this place, and I will be happy to declare it as done, because it reads well. There are some bushes, there are some reflection, there are some dynamic clouds, and everything reads pretty good. And what we did, just few brushworks, that's it. So please try to play with this wet on wet. Okay, so try to play with it, try to observe how the spread is happening. That is more important. Okay, now I am thinking that let us add little bit more details, little bit more precise suggestions. Okay, so I am using olive green alone mostly, and let me create some vertical elements, some kind of lines vertical. And see, I wanted to define something here, something more precise. I wouldn't say precise, something more contrast, some more contrasting elements. Okay, so I am using the tip of the brush and the belly of the brush. It is a thick pigment, not very watery, and I am sometimes using the side of the brush to suggest some foliage. So this is little stronger pigment, and because that is I want that to be seen as sort of a attracting, attention grabbing element. Okay, so let us add some darker kind of foliage or something, and I think this much is sufficient. We don't need too much details, and let us suggest some mirror reflection for this also. So let us mix some more color. You can mix like the same sort of color. Okay, olive green and little bit of raw sienna is good enough. Okay, raw sienna and olive green. You don't have to really use orange. I just used it, but if you want, you can use, of course. But I don't want to specifically use that orange. Okay. So yeah, I have in the initial screen I have shown the colors used. I might have missed that orange. If you are using orange, please include orange color also. Okay. Now some sort of mirror reflection for this. You don't have to precisely map each group of foliage in the object and the corresponding in the reflection. Suggestion will do. Suggestion, just some suggestion. Don't overwork. That is the thing. You can feel free to do some smudging and all. Usually the reflection will be little softer. Reflections will have little softer edge, so you can smudge with your finger and try to make it overall. It should look like a mirror reflection. That's it. Okay, little bit of if it is off little bit by here and there, it is fine. See the water, the illusion of water that we are getting now is that of a still water. It is not, there is no much surface level movement, there is no much ripples or disturbances on surface of the water, so the reflection is almost like a mirror reflection. Okay, I think this is reading good. If you think you are liking this video, if you have if you're finding it informative and helpful, please do subscribe to my channel and press the bell notification. And if you have any questions or suggestions, please do let me know. Okay, please suggest, recommend or share this video to your artist friends so that they can also take benefit. Okay, and if you have any suggestions to make for future topics, etc., you can write them into the comment box below. I would be happy and encourage if you can give few words of feedback to me, so that I know whether it is reaching to you in the right sense, and if you have any difficulty in understanding, please write them into the comment box below. And your comments, your encouragement will really motivate me to do more and more videos. Okay. Right. I think I should stop it now because there is. If I keep doing it, it will get spoiled. Now it looks. I mean, reasonably good. I think I should stop it now. So thank you very much for watching this. Please do practice. Practice a lot. This it looks very easy to do the wet on wet stuff, but you should do a lot of practice, and practicing makes you better and better. So once again, thanks for watching this video, and just as a reminder, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and press that bell notification so that you get notified whenever I release new video. And please don't forget to share this video to your artist friends. I'll be happy to see your artwork painted or based on this, and if you're posting it, please do tag me so that I know how your end result looks like. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.